Rowing the Charles, running Heartbreak Hill, and golfing at Granite Links. All the activities that put the great in Greater Boston. With its stunning skyline view and top 100 best in America rankings, Granite Links is a must-play destination for golfers near and far. The course and restaurants welcome visitors, or become a member and enjoy full club privileges. To experience the best in the U.S. right here in Boston, visit Granite Links, or to learn more, visit granitelinksgolfclub.com.
Back here again. Welcome to Steele Nazz, brought to you in part by Hedgebettor from our headquarters in Braintree, Massachusetts. Tonight, we have the caveman himself, the two-time World Series champion, Johnny Damon. An 18-year MLB vet, helped reverse the curse for the Boston Red Sox in 2004 and helped achieve greatness for ring 27 with the New York Yankees. You know, we talk about what it's like on both sides and, you know, everything that's going on in his life right now. And most importantly, the A-game, his drink, you know, that's coming around the nation. It's the Telltale itself. Afterwards, we'll talk things Patriots. Lights Out Laing is going to knock Pac-Man Jones the fuck out.
Let's go.
Bet the house on it.
The
Yep.
house. And your other house.
Buy one. Put that on it.
Other than A-game, would like to give a big shout out to Slight Edge Fitness and Performance in Braintree. Craig Kelly does a great job over there. And we actually talked about with Johnny Damon a little bit. Granite Links Golf Club in Quincy, also another sponsor. Big shout out to them as well. Before we get started here with Johnny, I just wanted to see what you guys thought of the interview.
Great guy. Unreal.
Stud.
Yeah.
Knew that going in,
Yeah.
but
He's got great
remained a
morals.
stud.
Yeah.
He's the true dynamic like of a caveman. Like he hit baseballs. He was talking about like fishing or like
He's got 8 kids.
yeah, he's got kids.
Really
That-
got it.
He kept emphasizing.
Yeah, it was a huge
That's
brag.
to know that he fucks.
Exactly.
Does fuck.
I respect that.
He hydrates with a game.
Hair like that, he better be fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The hair's flowing.
We'll get it going. Here's a big time interview with former MLB veteran Johnny Damon. We're now joined by 18-year MLB outfielder, 2004 World Series champion for the Boston Red Sox. I'll also go because we got a Yankees guy.
Yeah,
2009 World
2009.
Series champion for the New York Yankees. Johnny Damon. I think I gotta go JD. I've seen some below deck stuff too. I just want to know how's your summer been? Looks like you're having a fun time today.
Yeah, the summer's been absolutely incredible. I mean, thank God we live in the great state of Florida and we get to enjoy ourselves a lot and tons of golf. It's too hot right now to play a lot of golf in Florida right now, but you know what? It's part of the gig. That's why we end up swimming and doing a lot of lake stuff during this time of year.
Are you a boater?
Yeah, I love it. I love fishing. I grew up in Florida, so you had to learn how to fish. You had to learn how to drive a boat, do all that stuff when you're young, and I'm still loving it to this day. And you also had to learn how to hit baseballs so you can make something of your
Get out
life.
of Florida.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
I was
Yeah,
fortunate
year-round.
enough to do that.
We'll get into the baseball talk in a minute, but I kind of want to hear more. We have them all here tonight. The A-game. I just want to hear a little bit about it. Very tasty. I see the natural ingredients, which I see where you're going at with the natural honey and stuff. Kind of tell me more on how you got into this and where you expect to go with it.
Yeah, well, I got into it because of a childhood friend of mine. He created all these drinks, and he's creating all the sugar-free drinks. He's also creating the kids' pouches right now. And I invested money back in the day, and in Orlando, there were a lot of athletes, mostly football players, who were very dehydrated, and many were dying back in 2012. So we wanted to make something that was better for everybody. And A-game, you have to bring your A-game all the time. When you're doing your show,
Hell yeah.
when I'm doing this interview, when I'm being a dad, teachers, you got to bring your A-game all the time so you cannot be upset with what the outcome is. So I'll always bring your A-game. Bring it to life every single day. And we do have new packaging coming out. We do have a NASCAR at the Xfinity race
Nice.
run by Ryan Sieg coming out on Friday in Daytona. We're part of the boat races, but we want to appeal to the masses and always bring your A game.
Right.
That's it. Don't turn it off.
Yeah.
I was going to mention A-game about, 2004, Game 7, a little 2 home runs there at Yankee Stadium, shut everyone up. We'll get to that.
I actually have a gripe with you on that one.
I got my A game.
no, literally, that playoffs was like a phenomenal run you guys made. That was an awesome playoffs, and you kind of ruined that by just ending the game. It was over when you hit those home runs. Like,
Yeah, because every game was close,
Yeah.
and then you were just like, you know what? Let's kind of close to this one.
Yeah.
You ruined a great playoffs by just killing it.
Yeah.
I particularly hated
so sorry. I apologize for that. But we did need to close out the deal because we knew what happened the year before. We made it a close game, and guess what happened? We ended up losing, so we had to make it a blowout, and that's exactly why I stepped up to the plate, brought my A game, and hit that grand slam, hit that 2-run home run.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Unreal. I wanted to ask, like, leaving the A's and then going to the Red Sox. Obviously, you're thinking about money, big market there. I've seen the movie Moneyball. They said they got to replace, you, and I'm sure you heard that a million times. But just tell me, what was your interest? I know there was probably a lot of other big market teams coming for you. What made you think, Boston's the right place to be?
Yeah, well, Boston, I mean, just the passion that fans have, and I loved every second of it. I mean, it was a dream come true. Just putting together a great team, and who's not the Yankees? It's you can grow your beard, you can grow your hair long, you can do all that great stuff. And we came together as a team. We loved each other, like the teammates and just the whole city. We all fell in love with each other, and we did the impossible. We won a championship that took 86 years to do, and it was amazing. And I never wanted to leave, but unfortunately, you get older. You got a young kid named Jacoby Ellsbury who's coming up, who they're going to, take care of, and it stinks. It stinks being a free agent in baseball. I mean, it's there's no positive thing about it, but the good thing for me, the Yankees were there, and I mean, it's strange to say, but I mean, things happen for a reason. I always think that, and I'm glad that I was able to provide both fan bases with World Series.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
It's very ironic too. I'm just seeing Jacoby Ellsbury's career. He
followed your footsteps.
He followed your footsteps. Did the same exact thing.
T.
He went to the Yankees after the Red Sox.
Yeah, but you were good on the Yankees. He sucked.
It was a lot more difficult, I think, for Ellsbury because the Red Sox was his first team. I was around the league for a number of years, 6 years with Kansas City, a year with Oakland. So I understand the business side of it. Did I want to go to the Yankees after the Red Sox? No, but I also wanted baseball to be important. I wanted to go to Detroit because they lost 120 games, and I knew I could have changed it in a heartbeat like that, but they had a young kid named Granderson that was coming up.
Oh, that too.
Wanted to go to the Dodgers. They had no money at the time, but to keep baseball important, the Yankees were there. I can drive to Tampa every day from Orlando for spring training. So I had 6 more weeks at home. I did want to go back to the Red Sox because we accomplished so many great things. I mean, so many guys from the Orlando area. I mean, with the Red Sox, when we won, Lescanic, Mark Bellhorn, Jason Varitek, Tim Wakefield. I mean, Boston Red Sox, there's a lot of fans in the Orlando area because of our group in 2004.
South, yeah, for sure. I just wanted to spin it back, too. Like, when you're getting in there, you're playing with these guys. I know you had a hell of a contribute towards winning the World Series, but the guys playing with David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, Pedro Martinez, just being in the same clubhouse with them, what was the kind of thing you got from them in terms of, the way they do things?
Well, I mean, I'm glad there was not a lot of camera phones around at the time. We were able to enjoy ourselves and do some crazy things in the clubhouse, but it absolutely tremendous. Whenever I see Pedro and Manny, and especially Big Papi, I mean, I always go to his golf tournaments, and I mean, we're family. I mean, we are forever family, and we forever going to love each other. We're forever going to remember this amazing event that happened in 2004, and such a incredible year. And hopefully, I mean, I know the Red Sox are doing very well this year. And we know what happens when they make the playoffs. They win championships.
things happen.
They turn it up.
On 04, speaking of that, you know, down 3-0, you know, big 19-8 loss at home. Where was, like, how were you guys able to get it out of that mess, and how, like, the belief factor? I mean, everyone's seen the 4 nights in October, seeing Millar saying, "Oh, don't let us win tonight." Just, it's one thing to actually think that way. It's another thing to actually go out there and do it. Just tell me how you guys made that comeback.
Well, it was absolutely amazing. I mean, there's some luck involved, but we, you know, Millar has told the world that we all, you know, did a shot of something, and we all did not want to start taking our kids to school. The car lines are horrible at school, so we wanted to make sure that we can play baseball as long as we can in 2004, and we did just that. So after we got through the Yankees, I mean, the stress and everything involved, I mean, playing St. Louis, it wasn't easy, but there was no stress involved with it. We knew
There was no stopping
the
it.
curse.
That was over.
Yeah, we knew the curse was going to be over if we won the World Series, and nobody thought we could beat St. Louis, but we were the best team going at that moment, and we probably would have won 100 straight games. I mean, that's how good we were.
I'll tell you right now, I was lucky enough. I still remember this day, 11 years old. I was at Game 5 when Poppy hit the walk-off, you know, blooper. And even in my head, you started that. I remember that. Got on base. What I was going to say is, even at like 11 years old, I kind of had the belief. I'm like, okay, they just won 2 in a row. They're starting to build momentum. And, you know, you guys went on the road, took care of business. And, you know, I really want to get down to what was kind of in your head of, you know, that Game 7. Obviously, that's probably the game of your career, unless, correct me if I'm wrong. That Game 7 there, 2 home runs. I know we talked about it a little bit ago. But, you know, what was in your head, and what was your swing feeling like going into that?
Well, I was working my ass off because I stunk for most of those games, and I got to the tee because you should not have a bad swing with hitting off a tee. So I kept working. I kept getting better. You know, baseball, it's a funny game because you can feel great, hit a line drive, and find somebody's glove. And I needed that game. That game was the biggest game of my career, and I absolutely am enjoying it to this day because you can't take that back. Grand slam, boom. And that 2-run shot still hasn't landed. These athletes, and you go through all the turmoils that you go through the season in big games, and to be able to come out on top. I mean, thank God for Big Papi to get us the win for Game 4, Game 5, and, you know, the momentum. You know, Mark Bellhorn was huge for us in Game 6, was huge for us the whole year. And it was a total team effort. I mean, you can't just say one guy. If you had to say one guy, you would say Big Papi. Yeah. We get it. But everybody pitched in, with Kevin Millar getting a walk, Dave Roberts stealing second base, Bill Miller getting the huge hit. Everybody pitched in on that team, and, you know, Millar serves up a great Jack Daniels.
Yeah, freaking Derek Lowe.
And I hate to one-up Adam, but when he was at the Game 5 game, I was at the Game 4 game where people were giving away tickets because it was down 3-0.
They're ready to give up.
Maybe I brought that luck for that time
right.
around.
There you go. Yeah, that $5 ticket.
I still have the jersey with me right now that I wore that night.
I do have a question, kind of, you know, throughout your career, you're kind of a bit of an Iron Man. You know, you never really miss more than, like, a certain amount of games. You know, you always were over 130 games, you know, for your entire career until, I think, the Indians.
Showing them all. You know, showing them all.
You're talking
the
about,
A-game, baby.
Hitting on social media, you know, how the ball, you know, with modern shifts in baseball and all of that, the new age game, kind of what's your thoughts on how kind of baseball is now, you know, what it is like compared to someone who's playing baseball now and professionally and, you know, back then, and kind of what your thoughts on?
Yeah, well, the guys before us, they were tougher than we were. There were a few tough guys coming up who would play through every injury, and that's exactly what I did. I mean, myself, Brooks Robinson, and Willie Mays, only guys who played 140-plus games for 16 straight seasons. Obviously, Cal Ripken would have been the other guy, but there was a strike involved. But, I mean, being on the bench is boring. And if I wasn't playing, I would drive them crazy on the bench. And, you know, nowadays there's a lot of new rules. And I mean, I have 8 kids, so I'm super busy. I can't watch baseball every single night. I am going to start paying attention because September playoffs.
Oh, best part of the year.
Time has come. Time has come.
Yeah, time's tough. I mean, like I said, 8 kids, super irresistible, and you know, but the game is slightly different, and we need to bring it back. I mean, with the extra inning rules, with someone starting on second base, it just boggles my mind.
Bananas,
like where we had to go to keep fans interested. And I love playoff baseball. It's the best. I love playoff anything. And I know it's going to be another exciting year, but it's such a long season. And a guy like me, I'm just busy.
Who do you got winning it? Who do you got winning it?
Well, shoot, man. The Dodgers, I mean, if they can get Bauer back, I mean, their pitching staff is unbelievable, and we know what Price can do when he figures it out. They have depth. The Yankees, I mean, they somehow figured things out right now, but we all know what happens when the Red Sox make the playoffs. They win World Series, and they've been the best team since 2004 to win World Series. So, I mean, that's the great thing about this game.
Anyone can win.
You can watch the whole year, and then September and October are going to be the deciding factors. But I think the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Rays are all going to make it from the American League East. I also think the National League West are going to have 3 playoff teams as well, with the Padres, San Francisco, and the Dodgers. And who knows who's the best? I mean, that's why you play the games, and that's why legends are made.
It's just funny to me. You mentioned about the Dodgers, you know, being so deep. If they get in that 1-game playoff, like they have Scherzer, like you just mentioned, Bauer, who they have
Kershaw.
Walker Buehler. Like, who are they going to throw in that 1-game playoff? Like, they have so many guys that they just roll them all out.
I mean, and everybody's got to be asking for the ball. Like, you've been in a professional clubhouse. You probably know how it is, you know. Everybody's probably
playing that big
over,
game.
Yeah,
you know.
I think Scherzer knocks them all out.
Right, but how do you not pitch
Scherzer with a left hook.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest problems with baseball is a 1-game playoff. I mean, it's got to be 2 out of 3, because in 1 game, I can pull together a bunch of retired players. Like, you put me, Giambi, Jake, Jermaine Dye.
Oh, love these names.
What
What
like
a
Kurt Schilling or Pedro. We could beat any team out there today. So
The Orioles just beat a team. They lost 19 in a row.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could pull a team together, and I love hitting at Camden, so I know we'll be successful.
Let it rip.
Yeah. You put Pedro on the hill, my money's on you guys, no doubt.
My question too. It seems like you're a big, you got the hair, facial hair guy. Going to the Yankees. I know we talked about it a little bit. What was that like of being clean shaven and having to buckle up there?
Well, I mean, when I do shave, I mean, I am super sexy, and I shave a few times now and then because of I want to make sure my face is all tan, but that's not really a big deal. When I signed with the Red Sox, I was short-haired, clean-shaven, and I mean, it's actually super easy. I know people talk about abiding by the rules, but guess what? If you have a boss who's going to pay you a lot of dang money, I mean, you have to happily oblige, even though you don't like it, and just understand the legends that came before me, like the Yogi Berras, the Joe DiMaggios, the Mickey Manos. They all had to shave and have their hair short. But guess what? I'm retired now. The hair is flowing.
Let it loose. Let it loose.
Johnny, what do you use in that? What's the recipe for that hair? It's feathered and lethal. You just don't see that anymore, Johnny. That's a hell of a mane.
It's all about swimming and having a good time, enjoying your life. And
an answer.
I mean, if you check out my Instagram, you see my little boy. I'm competing against a 5-year-old kid who's like baby Tarzan, who has incredible long hair. And, my wife has incredible long hair. So got to enjoy it as much as we could, because I hope this never goes away.
Keep it flowing, man.
Back to baseball a little bit. So we talked about your Red Sox 04 stuff. Now switching gears with the Yankees. Just tell me about that 2009 season, playing with guys like Alex Rodriguez, over 600 home runs, Derek Jeter, future Hall of Famer there. I think he's going to get inducted soon, and Mariano Rivera, Hall of Famer. Just tell me what that clubhouse was like and how, different it was from 04. I mean, obviously there's two different teams there.
Vibes very different, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, the clubhouse was absolutely amazing, and the food that they gave us, like before and after the game, unreal. And that new stadium that we opened up, playing with those guys, I mean, I always respected them when I played for the Red Sox. Those guys always hustled down the line, played the game the right way, and
slapping the ball at first base. Yeah.
yeah, right. So, we got it going in 2009. Like, I actually had to carry the team the first couple months of the season, and a bunch of guys were struggling. I mean, until A-Rod got healthy and back in their lineup, we just started thumping people. What people don't think about too much is with our 09 Yankee team, you never had to change the lineup because the lefties hit left-handed pitchers very well. We had plenty of switch hitters. And then after 2009, when we won, the team has never been the same. Because you think about it, you got Jeter leading off. He got on base a little bit more than I did. I hit into a lot less double plays than Jeter. So instantly we extended 30 more innings because of that switch. Then you have Teixeira hidden behind me, and we tied Ruth and Garrick for back-to-back home runs in one season together.
Yeah, solid names.
Yeah. Well, and then you go A-Rod, then you go Matsui, who crushes lefties.
Very underrated guy.
Then you go Posada, switch hitter. Then you go Cano as a 7th hitter who hits lefties very well. Then you got Swisher and Melky Cabrera, 2 switch hitters at the end. You never had to change the lineup, and I don't think they thought too much about sabermetrics when they let Matsui and I go. All of a sudden, your lineup is different every single day, and it's hard. Like, people say, oh, it's easy to switch lineups. It's not. It's the toughest thing for players, for teammates, just to figure out what's going on. Because I know when we did it a couple of times with Nomar, I was always like, okay, so if Nomar's hitting behind me, he swings at almost every pitch, so I can't steal bases like I really want to. So you have to change up your plan. And that's why I think the Yankees haven't won since. And I know most of you all are happy about that.
Yeah, except for the guy next to me.
Time has come.
Another thing I wanted to bring up, I did a little bit of homework before this. So that Yankees World Series, that double steal, just tell me what was going through your mind there. So you beat the throw to second, and then all of a sudden you pop up and run the third because there's no one there. That was a hell of a play.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes, I'm incredible.
And the thing is, the whole year long, Teixeira does not like guys stealing when he's hitting. It just messes him up. So I also knew that the Phillies hit that 2-run homer the inning before to tie. Brad Lidge made those 2 guys look silly
Yeah, great
for me. I battled like I always do. Brought my A game like
Let's
I always
go.
do.
Great plug.
Got a hit, and guess what? I knew I had to get in scoring position, so why not steal a bag or two?
Or two.
I always knew during that year how they played Tex, and you know what? Just did what I had to do.
Was it just like one look and you were like, oh, I got this guy. Like, I got third easily.
I mean, what people forget is I was a track star and I possibly could have ran on the Olympic team. You know, I'm just, you know, ran at 4.240, 6.16 60, finished in 5th in the 100 in the state of Florida, 2nd in the 200 because there was one guy that was really a lot faster than me, but I can still go get it even with my age now. Like I'm almost 48 and I can still fly. That's why I play soccer and all that stuff. So, but it was the right thing to do. Brad Lidge was nasty. His slider was nasty, and it's a lot easier to score from third base than say second base. So why
Absolutely.
So 2 World Series, 2 celebrations, one in Boston and an 86-year curse, and one in 09 where the New York Yankees organization really needed it. Just tell me, you know, the difference, or even just the celebrations itself. What was those like? I know you got on the duck tours, the duck boats there in Boston. Just tell me if there are any stories like what it was like to, you know, celebrate that hard, winning a World Series championship in a professional professional baseball.
The best thing ever. You finish the season as a winner. In New York, it was short and quick, a lot of hurry up and wait. In Boston, wow. Nothing compares to that celebration. I mean, 86 years of waiting for a world championship, the duck tours, the no bathrooms on the duck tours, and how we had to prepare to try to go to the bathroom. But as you guys saw on Below Deck, when I have to go, I have to go. So, there is no comparison to the Red Sox celebration. I mean, it was the absolute best, and nothing could ever compare to it.
That's awesome.
Like what do you remember, like from the duck boats to, you know, whether it was going someplace in Fenway, or like what do you remember the most about that whole celebration of, you know, hoisting the World Series championship first time in 86 years?
What I remember the most is just the diehard, passionate fans jumping into the Charles River, like fans jumping in, and just everything that came with it. Like whatever show I ended up doing, going to the Patriots game and holding the trophy and letting the fans touch it and be a part of it. Like I've always been a person to include people in the celebration. Like my World Series ring, I always let the fans touch it and see it and wear it. Like that's who I am, because I appreciated every moment of playing Major League Baseball. And I know a lot of people don't get that opportunity, and I like to share.
When you come back to
everything great in the world.
When you come back to Boston, do you have to pay for a beer or borrow as cowards? You know what I mean?
Well, you know, great thing is I do have some great friends, and I do like to stay out of sight. I do love the golf courses. So
any shout outs
up there?
Any shout outs? Any big golf courses?
Yeah. The golf courses are amazing. Like I was at Granite Links.
Oh, yep. Quincy
Granite Links is our sponsor.
And that place was packed. It was like a party. Like everybody's out there hitting golf balls.
Yeah, they got the crossing nines right at the driving range right there.
Blast.
Yeah, and I went to Widow's
Walk.
Yeah. Yes. That was fantastic. And I played golf with Wakefield. Obviously beat my ass again.
Yeah, he's a player, huh?
Knuckleballers, man. Knuckleballers.
Hang him local.
Yeah. But I had some great days there, and and as you all have the A game where we should be in the Shaw's and Stop and Shops in September sometime, and I'm super excited about the direction that we are going. And, you know, it's about life. It's about bringing it to life, and everything you do, you have to always bring your A game. And I always did when I played, and I always do now. I mean, 8 kids, come on.
I know.
I'm busy.
Any big, like when you lived in the Boston area, or I know we're a Quincy podcast, anywhere you want to go, any places you really enjoyed, like eating, like chilling at? Is there any spots that you can really remember of, you know, worth conversation?
Well, my wife and I are fantastic cooks.
Oh, let's go. Like you.
And yeah, we always, we have our huge garden at home with veggies, and we have all of our fruit trees. I cook the meanest steaks.
I'm a steak guy.
But every restaurant we go to, we always have a good time and just enjoy it. And what I do miss most about Boston is obviously Fenway Park. I mean, lots of memories, lots of great times, and I love the fans. They were incredible. And, you know, it stinks when you get older and you become a free agent and you're like, okay, what can make life still important? But nothing will compare to the 2002 to 2005 years that I had in Boston.
Yeah,
it was the absolute best.
You were definitely an icon in that area, just like that whole team in general. Like even from you being in the movie for Fever Pitch, you Bear Attack eating out at dinner, and then like the whole conspiracy that you have the best ass in the league, and get attacked by Drew Barrymore with the slap in the ass.
Yeah, you know, I love the fact when we went back for our 10-year anniversary, everybody looked like they were still in really good shape, and I know we are still going to live through that 2004 magical year, and I can't wait to get back. I know I got to get back up there and promote the drink some more real soon, and I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully it's during the World Series where I can appear out of center field and show my long, beautiful hair and get it rolling again.
My last question here. I just what's your biggest takeaway? You know, baseball's been in your life, your basically entire life. What's the biggest takeaway from it? You know, you could really tell someone, a prospect or a 20-year-old coming into the league, being like, "Oh, I wish I had known this when I was that age."
I would always tell people, get after it, give it your all. You never know when it's going to be your last game. I mean, when I got that concussion in 2003, we probably would have won the World Series that year. I was the hottest hitter in baseball, and all of a sudden, everything was done. The magic of our team and enjoy every moment. And because especially in these times, I mean, this world is crazy. I mean, we think it's crazy right now. Wait for a month from now. It's not going to get too much better. So, you got to enjoy every second you have. And I know the month of September is going to be fantastic for baseball. I know the playoffs are going to be incredible, but it's a lot better than what's going on when you turn on the news. So let's enjoy our sports. Let's enjoy what we have today. And just the younger version of Johnny Damon would still be the same. Get after it every single day. Enjoy it. Treat people with respect. And, hopefully.
Bring your A game.
Bring your A game.
Yeah, bring the A game.
Yeah. And hopefully you hit a grand slam in Game 7.
Yeah, exactly. The World Series. And Johnny, I got one question for you. Just a couple of my friends. We're huge into fish tanks. So in 2017, you were on the Tanked episode, and I saw your dual tanks on each side of your TV. I want to just get into that and how those fish how big have they've gotten, how those tanks doing.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing what those guys do. And I mean, such a great show. It's such a positive show. I mean, there's a lot of shows that are very negative. I hate that stuff, and I hate negativity. But those guys, like Brett, I still keep in contact with quite a bit. Absolutely amazing, and my tanks, absolutely amazing. Whenever I have like guys come over to the house, like I live.
No, you have barracudas. How are those things looking? They're still in there?
No, those barracudas had to go.
Yeah, sure.
And a bunch of my friends want to get be a part of that show. You know, like Devin Hester is a good friend of mine. Terrence Ross, Ricky Weeks, Mark Tremonti, Scott Phillips. Like they all want fish tanks, but they don't want to take care of them.
Right, they are a lot of work.
Yeah, so we're hoping the show comes back strong, and I know how networks happen and what goes on, but that was like one of the best shows ever on TV, and hopefully they can get it going again.
Sounds like it needs a Johnny Damon reboot.
yeah, there we go.
You guys got anything else?
We do it. Our softball team is currently, we were down 2-0 as of yesterday. We're in a best-of-5 series. We stole a game last night. We're battling back just like you guys did in 04. I need a, give me a speech. Give me like a cowboy up. I need my guys to hear this.
Get
and
the
win
team
game
going.
4 and 5.
Okay, can we start this over again, because I don't hear anymore because my hair is like blocking my ears.
My apologies.
Softball team was down 2-0 in the playoffs. We won the game last night. We're down 2-1. We need a little pep talk of finishing out this comeback.
What better guy?
You gotta bring your A game. You gotta bring it. Don't worry about failure. Always hit the ball out front, because that's how you can do damage. Just like Johnny Damon did in Game 7 of the 2004 ALCS.
If that doesn't make them win, we suck.
That was awesome.
We will make sure we come back.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, thanks a lot for taking the time, man. Really appreciate it, and best of luck with everything you're doing. Always keeping your A game.
Yep. We'll see you at Granite Links, buddy.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.
Have a great one.
Thank you. Love you.
Thank you.
Love you, Boston fans.
Love you
All
too.
my
Love you.
If you are looking to shed those extra quarantine pounds and get stronger, or you're an athlete looking to get a slight edge on your competition, we have the gym for you. Introducing Slight Edge Fitness and Performance, conveniently located in Braintree, Massachusetts at 101 French Avenue. With Craig Kelly, best in the business, Slight Edge is offering individual, small group, and sports performing training in a private gym setting. The Slight Edge trainers will be sure to get your heart rate up, increase strength, and help you reach your fitness goals with a customized program. Find them on Instagram using the handle @SlightEdgeFit, or visit their website at slightedgefit.com and set up a free strategy session while you're there.
So that was Johnny Damon there. Hell of a rally cry on the way out with rooting for the Irish Pup softball team. I just want to get you guys' thoughts, because, from him talking about, playing with Pedro Martinez, David Ortiz, and just that 04 year, how it was so magical, and then talking about, transitioning there to Steele's Yankees and playing with Alex Rodriguez in there. It really seemed like he touched all the roots there, and, he kind of very interesting guy outside of baseball as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot going on with that. A lot of hobbies.
I think one of the key points he was talking about with his favorite part about Boston was definitely the fans. You're just saying that, like, the attitudes here, like, the acceptance of it. Even when he talked about Jacoby Ellsbury, all I could think about is how bad we hated Jacoby Ellsbury after he left. And, like, after Johnny Damon left, like, kind of had sour grapes about it. But after that, you kind of got to love Johnny Damon.
Just want to plug in here, fuck Jacoby Ellsbury for life.
That guy sucks.
I just need to run that in.
The big thing that really caught me, too, I don't know if you guys remembered it, like, from that interview, but he, like...
From 30 minutes ago?
Yeah, there was a lot going on. He really downplayed of, like, having to shave. He's like, it's all about the money. I was just like, so, like, the beard didn't mean that much? I don't know. I just didn't really know.
Well, dude,
good with that.
as a beard guy,
wait.
it grows back pretty quick if you're like him. So I don't think it was that big of a deal.
Somebody gives you fucking $10,000. Are you shaving? He got how many?
Oh, you think
million?
you think he only got $10,000 there?
No, but that's what he's trying to say.
That's like his point, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It probably upped his contract about $30 million, taking the brazier to his face.
We'd all shave our
Yeah,
beards.
yeah. I'll shave it right now.
Without question.
I
This
would
is
ju-
like the easiest thing on the planet.
I would shave the beard, but, if you're like Johnny Damon, see, like, he's Johnny Damon.
It's so
you know?
weird.
Yeah.
That's such like old time baseball for the Yankees to like still follow those type of rules. Like no hats in the dugout. Like
Mustaches only, boys.
Yeah,
Mustaches only.
exactly.
Mass indoors. Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
exactly. The suit and tie on game days. Like, come on, grow up.
Tucked in at all times.
If you're not talking, you know.
that. Well, now transition on into Patriots talk as we have our last preseason game here on Saturday night against the New York Giants. Breaking news was on Monday as Cam Newton was sidelined for a couple days at camp because he took it was like a doctor's appointment outside of the NFL program. So he had to sit out a couple of days, which opened up the door to Mac Jones. And, Mac Jones has been really fighting for this spot. And it's not like if Mac Jones is going to start, it's a matter of when. And I was thinking about today, it's one of those like little time things, when you like, I don't know, flip it upside down, the salt or whatever.
Hourglass.
Yeah, hourglass comes down. There's just there's something running on that, and that's the way.
Sands of time.
Yeah, that's the thing I see there.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think that hourglass went crazy after that happened. I think it sounded like the Patriots, like the Bill and all them, they're pissed off that happened because that's just like a stupid thing. Like, be better.
Like, why does Cam always
Yeah.
have to be the center of attention in just stupid matters like that? He was just saying like, oh, I was confused in the whole ordeal.
Because you know how much those shit, like that stuff must be shoved down your throat?
Right, exactly,
like, don't do this, do this.
But going into this week, I was just saying, like, no matter what, I was like, experience,
Yeah.
Cam Newton, I think he started. But this is the first week that I'm like, wow, Mac Jones has a shot to start week one. I mean, Cam Newton was sidelined. He came out. I think I'm not big into like have like these individual practice stats, but he came out and just like
He lit it up.
absolutely torched the Giants defense, really made his mark and, made the most out of his opportunity. And, I would love to see Mac Jones start week one because I think this team is really built to have a rookie quarterback, especially one who's achieving. I know he's the only first-round pick quarterback that the Patriots have had, but he's shined like no other as a rookie with the New England Patriots. And I think he deserves the opportunity with this, running game. I think they're receiving and, with the tight ends, there's a lot of possibilities in a positive way for this team to improve from last season. Their defense is going to be stealthy. I just think Cam is too much of a risk. I think starting Mac Jones is the right move in my opinion.
Start Mac Jones and like maybe some like red zone packages with Cam or something like that.
Yeah, little
Something like that.
wildcat.
Yeah, some
Wildcat
shit.
option plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shocker, I disagree.
Really?
All right, how about you get close to the mic and talk then, pal?
I mean,
Kids in the
Cam is starting
nosebleeds.
week one.
Kids in
You
the
guys, you
nosebleeds.
guys are dumb.
Yeah,
if
he
he's
obviously-
No,
not.
he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
In even the media is making it out today that it's like almost max to lose now. It's crazy.
I don't agree with that, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not obviously, but maybe it's more for week one where somebody has to now plan for both QBs. It's two different quarterbacks. It's
I think
Bill typical.
yeah.
no, like you see, like you guys wanted to talk about, like the Jaguars just came out this week and named Trevor Lawrence the starter. Like that was going to happen.
Disgusting.
I think Bill is gonna like leave it as hush hush as possible to the finish line. Like he might not even name a quarterback till the day of the game.
No, they're saying
You might
like
not even name it.
yeah,
Yeah.
he like they're saying of how pissed he was at Cam. He might have been pumped. He might have been like, this shakes up everything. Now they have no fucking idea what I'm doing. Like he might have been jacked up that happened.
Definitely.
No, yeah,
Boy,
but you'd love to see
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
Mac come in like you were saying, and like because we are like I think we always kind of look towards the like end goal and like that 5-year plan, 10-year plan of like having a good team continuously and not just having like one good year of going far to the playoffs, but then getting knocked out before we actually do anything. So
As Shukri said, fuck your 5-year plan.
yeah, exactly.
Shout out Shukri.
Yeah.
I was sad I missed that fucking show last week. That guy was
Good guy.
electric.
Yeah,
He'll be
yeah,
back.
Shukri.
He'll
What
be
was
back.
it? There was a stat too from the Patriots. The only first round pick they've gotten, I think, to re-sign since 2012 has been Donta Hightower.
So,
a
so
lot
you're
of
saying that
these-
was the only
decent
first-round pick of a QB for the Patriots ever?
like in the longest.
Yeah,
I mean,
like in
who,
like
know,
20
who
oh, yeah,
knows?
we
Yeah,
had-
yeah.
we had a guy there
we
under
had
center
some
for
for
20
20
In the Belichick era, I would
Right,
say.
exactly.
Yeah, that's Drew Bledsoe.
But
probably
to my point, kind of transitioning on to a different topic of the Patriots. Sony Michel traded to the Rams this week. They have probably one of the deepest running back cores in football with Damian Harris coming off a great year. James White, who's been a security blanket for any quarterback, including Tom Brady on this team, and he's really going to come on set in stone to Alex Barr's point from a couple of weeks ago, which I really took into account, and I truly believe it. How this tight end set is going to not just be good for the passing game, but also everything else in terms of decoy and things like that. Ramondre Stevenson, however you say the first name, he's come out like a
Stud.
He's come out like a bat out of hell. He's going to be big on third down, third and shorts, especially if we get the Mac Jones start here with not QB sneaks every time. That's
a hell of an option play.
Yeah,
though.
that would be an option. JJ Taylor, it solidifies his spot with the special teams, and kind of a backup to James White's role. I got Brandon Bolden, Brandon Bolden honestly probably would have been the cut, but he's going to stick around with the special teams because of Michel's trade.
Did we get anything out of the Sony Michel trade?
Yeah, you got a 5th and 6th round pick.
Yeah, so just picks from
Yeah.
I mean, I think I said last week I thought Michel was going to be cut. So
yeah, no, you trade him for something.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like
something.
he definitely had probably the most value compared if you would have trade Bolden, you probably literally just give him away.
Yeah, no, we don't care. We hear 5th round, 6th round pick. It's like whatever. Bill lives for that shit.
Yeah.
Bill loves
That's
that.
what builds the quarterback.
Because it doesn't even mean he's going to take it. He might just
dude.
he might just get a 7th rounder for I don't know, just some lame receiver, Zuber, I don't know. Yeah.
Turns out to be the greatest.
He lives for that stuff, dude. You want to give me a 5th and a 6th? Wow.
I think it's
for my
conditional,
first
too.
round pick.
2 in 1 year.
So my question for you guys is for this QB battle, the week 3, only 3 preseason games, it's normally a dress rehearsal. Is it going to be a dress rehearsal or is it going to be a showdown? Because I think it's going to be a little of both.
It's going to be more intense, at least for them personally. Maybe not full team, all that, but they know going into that game, it's game day for those two, I think.
And you also, too, I mean, we've all played sports. We've all been competitors at one point in our lives. You look at Cam Newton, and yeah, he's this great guy. He's a hell of a teammate and everything. He's trying to make everyone better. He's even trying to teach, Mac Jones the ropes. But at what point do you sit there and you're like, this guy's trying to take my bread? Yeah. This guy's trying to take my job. What am I going to do about it?
I just don't understand. Where's Mac Jones going to prove himself? What opportunity is Cam Newton just going to have an absolute blowout game to get pulled out? Is he going to prove himself in practice? What's it going to be?
Unless they give him the week 1 starter, it's exactly what you're talking about. He's going to have to.
He's going to have to actually lose his position. I feel like Bill's so set on Cam right now. He's going to have to
I don't think he's set on Cam though. That's the thing. That I didn't think that until this week. I kind of agreed with what you said there, but now I don't because I think there's a lot of mistake-free football when you play Mac Jones because you don't focus on the quarterback game. You focus about everything around it.
Right.
But if you play Cam Newton, you saw last year, there's so much room for error. Whether he's trying to take off and he fumbles and he blows a game, there's a 4th and 1, and instead of handing it to a running back who that's his job to do, and you run it with the quarterback who everyone knows he's going to run the ball.
That's a dangerous gamble whenever you're quarterback and you're running it. When you see those sideline hits, when they're trying to stand up, kind of half not, and the guy just comes in, no holds bar, and just lays him out. You're like,
and even Cam getting hit because Cam's the biggest, toughest one of them all, dude. That guy's 6'6", 260. That guy's a house.
Crazy.
And you know what, Mac Jones is making. I know it's just preseason. I know it's just training camp, but he's making some big time throws with his opportunities. Hasn't gotten the regular season hasn't happened. He hasn't had the opportunity to make the throws downfield. But what we've seen so far, we take into account that this guy isn't just someone coming off the street. This guy is a potential franchise quarterback.
I think it matters for Cam to get his reps in. I mean, we heard it all offseason. Cam's going to be better because, now he has a full year with this offseason with this team, all this, that. Now it's one of the most important weeks of camp, the most important weeks of getting ready for the season. He's not here. And that's important.
Just got back today. But.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yep. And now, so, he has to, make this game now is kind of important in the sense that Cam needs to get these throws in. I think he only plays a couple series and he's done.
That's what I mean. I don't know how long. I think Brian Hoyer is going to get a big load in the second half there.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Shot match.
Whoa!
kind of went off the rails there, but I'm excited, man. This is last year you were glad football was back just because of the pandemic, but you didn't really know what you had. This year, people are hating on the receiving corps. People are hating that these guys aren't really sexy names. You got Nelson Aguilar, who is coming off his best year, and people are talking about all his drops in Philadelphia when that was a couple of years ago. You got Jacoby Myers, who had his, as bad as they were last year, had a lot of bright spots. He's a big slot guy with, Edelman retiring. He's gonna have to try to fill somewhat a void there, and then you got a guy like Kendrick Bourne, who's their main guy on their out targets, and Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith are gonna come up big, whether it's a run game or dump out. I just think there's a lot of elements to this offense that, people aren't talking about and people aren't recognizing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have to do.
That Aguilar video is all time. That guy, it's like we're catching babies out of the windows, not dropping them like fucking Aguilar. That guy was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say about the wide receiving core, I don't think it's great by any means. I mean, I think the tight ends,
but it's serviceable.
They're good,
yeah.
But they're deep. They're deep, and I think that's there's depth there, and that's something they certainly didn't have last year. Who's returning kicks? Is it Gunner?
Yeah, it's gonna be Gunner, and I think what did I just say? JJ Taylor's gonna get some.
Oh yeah, I mean, as long as they
like that.
catch punts, that's a quick way to the bench.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Patriots have always had a good special team, so I feel like they kind of have that dialed.
Oh, because like you drop a punt, you're out of here.
Oh no!
See you later.
Yeah, like one, like you're already like.
And even if you're like Edelman, it's like you're not doing that again today. Like you dropped it once.
Oh yeah, you're done for the day.
You're still on the team, but like get out of here.
I mean, and just to make a point to their defense, man. I know Stephon Gilmore's been sidelined a little bit, but when he comes back, you got him. You got J.C. Jackson, who was almost in the lead in interceptions last year. Adrian Phillips is a bat out of hell. I think he's a great safety there. Devin McCourty is the captain of the defense. Kyle Van Noy coming off a year with Miami where he got cut and he's got something to prove. Donta Hightower got something to prove. He didn't play last year because of COVID. Matt Judon, who has, you've seen him in
Looks
preseason.
incredible.
They had that
Ravens.
absolute savage of a
Uche
tackle
looks incredible too.
Ballimore there.
Barmore.
He's a horrible human being, I think, but he's like
He can't
I
be
don't
worse
care.
than Sue.
Yeah,
Sue's
you know what I
the
mean?
worst lineman.
I think
of
he's
all
like
time.
on that level.
No.
I think he's like done
stepping
bad
on
things to them.
heads and like kicking
We can
people
work
on the
with it.
balls.
And then you got a guy on the line like Lawrence Guy back. I think that was big. He fills a big hole there whenever they're running. Stop looking at me like that, Magic. No.
Does that say we have a guy named Bill Murray?
Yeah, he's gonna get cut.
Fuck.
The real Bill Murray, save that guy's
How do I
career.
get that jersey before he's gone?
To
Your
close,
eyes on Tampa. That's all.
Did he see the new Ghostbusters trailer? I mean, did he see it?
No.
I didn't either.
to close out the Patriots talk, I think Quinn Norton kind of. I think he missed it's so funny.
He missed?
Yeah,
He missed he was
he missed
terrible.
like a 30-something yarder. It's funny how one kick will kill you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We were so right after like 2 weeks ago. And now we're just so wrong.
And the funny part is Nick Folk's been hurt, so you see Nick Folk, he's got a little bit of a gut going.
Yeah.
He was probably on the coach drinking beers, laughing at this guy missing. He's like, I got my job.
Yeah,
I'm good.
exactly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Dude, you're a hurt kicker.
Yeah. Get him.
Crushing beers.
Who was the
That's
guy?
rehab.
Who was the guy on the was it the Bengals last year? He is it Nugent? He's like got a kegger going. Like he.
Oh, yeah, no,
he's
it's
like,
a
You saw that the
He's
kid in
heavy.
college that was like the punter,
Yeah.
and he would like then run down the field and be the first.
That guy that was like mean though. Like that guy was like really fat. At least like the guy I'm talking about like
Wait.
probably just like chugs beers.
Have you ever seen the guy who has the record for the longest field goal?
He's probably
He's
low.
not only huge, he's an absolute monster. He's about like 6'3", like 260 pounds. He has half of a foot. So if you actually look at his shoe, he has like a club hammer on the front of it.
Well, that's not even. That's
No,
that's like a
no.
robot.
It was like low key.
Cut off my arm and give me a robot arm. Like,
one
So,
of those
so when he
Terminator
kicked it,
legs.
instead of like with the sideways kick, how you have to extend your leg out, he would just
he
straight
just
up just
fucking
run
booted
straight
it.
forward and
Right.
just.
So
toe
that's
the
like
thing.
making a toothbrush into a shank.
Yeah,
Like,
that
you
probably
just,
went like 400 yards.
I think that record
count.
needs to be.
Like, that's
Yeah,
just a
I think that needs to be taken away.
Fucking it counts.
Give it to Akers.
does not count. Fuck that.
we'll get on to the moment of Friday night, which is Rough N Rowdy, Bobby Lights Out Laing, Hedgebettor's own. I will say it, Steele Nazz's own. Big fight against Pac-Man Jones.
This is getting heated
Let's
online.
go.
Yeah, it's
How's it getting
tense.
heated? I want to hear.
Well, first of all, you see the hammers that Pac-Man Jones throws in with his lip. He does chewing tobacco. It literally looks like he throws the whole can in it.
It's very aggressive.
I hope
Very
he's got
aggressive.
some in his lip when he fights on Friday, and Bobby's gonna make him fucking choke.
So,
on it.
it's gonna be a sad
also
shot
a little
after
inside information. Bobby Laing had to drop a lot of weight to fight Pac-Man Jones.
That's
So
not inside. That was literally on Barstool.
little insider information there for you. So Bobby's going to be light. I feel like he might not have as much power as he has usually with all the weight gone, but I feel like he's going to be
slander outta
absolute.
here.
I just feel like he's just going to be all speed. I don't know if there's going to be a knockout, but he's just going to absolutely tune him up.
There's
No,
gotta
but
be a
that's not
knockout.
the way to.
There's
That's,
gonna
I
be a
think Bobby's
knockout.
not
I can just
probably
feel
fit.
it.
that's not the way to look at it, though. When a boxer loses weight, that doesn't necessarily mean he loses power. That just means it comes quicker.
Bobby
that's
has
why I
also
see
been
it.
training probably, I would think, harder than he ever has. The video
Absolutely.
he put out a couple days ago of him rowing, he looked like he could fucking row the Charles and record breaking
Yeah.
time.
Well, I'm praying for the win.
Olympian.
Oh yeah.
One
He was
for
also
him.
hitting the
definitely
mitts
gonna be
yesterday,
a
and I mean, these punches looked fucking dead. Like they could knock
Yeah,
fucking
no.
Jake Paul's
I'm
bitch
just
ass
saying,
out.
like, if you're an NFL player with Pac-Man Jones, like, he's got to have some sort of a chin. Like,
No,
he's
the one
he's
thing-
obviously jacked.
He didn't call a fair catch
Yeah.
returning punts for like 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he was
that's-
like,
He's down.
I was just about to
that
bring
life.
the big thing that scares me. No, it said, like, I remember watching it in 2014. It was 2014, 2015. He's getting ready for, like, a punt return, and just, like, the graphics come down. Like, hasn't called for a fair catch since 07. Like, that's literally the only thing on my mind that I'm like, fuck Bobby. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
And I'm sure there are videos of him just getting fucking pummeled, like not doing that.
No, I bet. But yeah,
I don't know how to come back from that fair catch bullshit,
Yeah.
but fucking I don't know. Bobby's done something
Bobby
crazy.
does.
since
Bobby
then.
Final prediction:
Bobby
Bobby Lang's absolutely smoking him. It's gonna be an easy victory.
Yeah, Bobby had won.
Easy. Wow.
Easy.
Wow.
Bet the house.
There are
Buy a
some,
house and bet it.
yeah, everyone should go support Rough N Rowdy as a former Rough N Rowdy champion. I should be on that card.
You are not a champion.
You are not a champion.
I'm a fucking champion.
You want to fight. You want to fight.
The
You have a
only
jacket.
tie in Rough N Rowdy history.
He does have
I
a
have a
sick jacket.
jacket.
It is a sick jacket.
You were booed off the fucking.
I got booed out of Providence. Next time you see me, it will be a really good show.
Also, just that whole card in general for the Rough N Rowdy. You got Supreme Patty fighting Dan
Yeah.
Rue.
Shizette the
That's a
Rizette.
huge- Who's Shizette the Rizette?
Shizette the Rizzette's an absolute monster.
He's a
We got a
monster.
couple TikTok cooking stars too. You see,
Yeah,
like
yeah, Chef Donnie.
Chef Donnie's
Chef Donnie.
Donnie.
I'm a big fan of Chef Donnie's content. Good stuff.
One more big fight on that card.
There's some redneck fuck that I saw.
Oh yeah,
He
they're
had like
fighting
a-
for
he
his
had-
name.
He had
The
like
diamond-
a
the diamond hands or
chainsaw.
whatever.
I saw a girl on the card too.
That's
Love
way
to
too
see
much
that.
crypto for me. The diamond hands.
It's the best $25 you'll spend tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
Prez and Big Cat on the mics, they're always funny. So fucking get it and support Bobby.
Yeah, let's go.
All money goes to his pockets, I'm thinking. I don't
Yeah.
know. Probably.
We got
Good payday.
not Logan Paul. We got Jake
Jake
Paul
Paul.
and Tyrone Woodley on here. I really don't.
I don't know the difference.
I just hope Tyrone Woodley knocks him the fuck out. I really want to move on.
You
after,
guys
like,
Yeah.
keep wanting it, but I'm
What-
telling
what-
you, Jake Paul is paying these people to throw fights. I am convinced of it.
Who cares? Like what?
No, this will be the test of that. Like, I'm all into like the TikTok, YouTube fighting. If Tyrone Woodley
Loses.
takes a dive, it's 100% rigged. Like, I just want to see at least him try and connect and like put him on. I've never seen him rocked. He hasn't taken a big hit. Like, I want
Who?
to see Jake Paul.
Jake.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
in these
Oh,
fights,
yeah.
he's never been like stumbled. I
was-
want to see him actually. Like,
I was gonna say
have tone
Tyrone Woodley's
defense.
last 5 like UFC fights, he's just gotten knocked the fuck
He's
out.
a-
His
he's-
chin's gone. His chin's gone.
No, he's a black belt fighter. Like,
No,
this-
he's a beast. He should kick his ass. I'm just saying he in the UFC recently he has just gotten tuned up.
They have been studs beating him though.
No, I'm not. I'm not taking
Jake
anything
Paul in
away
the
from.
UFC. I will see you later. Contracts for being good looking.
Yeah.
I got Jake Paul in this one. I'm going to ride the wave. It's never worked.
You
It's
you
never
want
not
to beat
worked for
Jake
me.
Paul? You want to beat Jake Paul?
He does.
Sure, I do. Sure.
He's just he's an athletic fucking tiny ass.
It's gonna be
bitch,
shocking when
Jake
you
Paul.
don't pick the Paul
Hey,
brother. in one of
Mike
these
Paul.
fights.
Oh, see, he looked.
Antan's giving fighting words. Sounds like he wants to fight me in the next Rough N Rowdy.
Oh,
That's
please.
obvious.
That's
So
I always
fucking
told you.
obvious.
Make a promo vid and I'll respond.
Where's that gonna be at the behind the pub?
Maybe.
No, I'm a prize fighter. I only fight for cash.
I'll go to the armory.
We might have enough space in the new studio.
I don't know.
Good transition.
I'm not fucking. Yeah, whatever.
Big thing we got to talk about is this Saturday, Faxon Park, O'Rourke Park. You know, big softball classic, our inaugural classic here. We got 9 teams. We're gonna crown one champion with a nice trophy, some jerseys, going to one great cause in the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation in honor of my buddies here, Dennis and Dan Sullivan. loving memory, great kids, passed away from the disease. It's just awful. And it seems like we're going to get a lot of Quincy community. I know the Hedgebettor community's coming out here. It's going to be a great day. If you want to go out here, have some fun, let it rip.
Oh, yeah.
That's the place to go.
Beers are flowing, grill's going to be going, some quality softball.
Weather's looking good for the weekend, so.
Yeah, knock on some wood.
Whoa. But,
Yeah, let's get
Just keep an eye on the Rippers. We'll be
The
playing.
Rippers.
We'll be playing at O'Rourke early.
We got any
And then
early
we'll be
calls?
up at Faxon. Also, Todd Angeli.
yeah, Todd Angeli.
Angeli, national anthem. I mean,
Is that going to be just for the championship
Yeah.
game?
When he gets there. It's just
Yeah.
going to be like, when he gets there, it's like, all right, stop
It's
the
like
game.
the first game at 8 a.m. No one's there. Like,
Everybody shut up!
Nah, he said he'll be there in the afternoon, anyone listening.
perfect.
Yeah.
the trophy's also sexy.
Yep.
Come
Yeah,
and
big
look at
tur-
it.
yeah,
Could
gonna
easily
be
drink a
great
beer
day.
out of that. Could be
Gonna be
good
great
stuff.
day. Yeah, come on down. Have a fun time.
Last thing I wanted to touch on, and I wish we didn't have to touch on it this week, Dorchester's own former NHL player Jimmy Hayes passed away. And, I'd like to give a big, as part of the Steele Nazz team, I'd like to give a big, real sorry for your loss. And it's really tough time right now for that family. I can only imagine.
Yeah,
prayers.
condolences
You
for
see that
friends and
story when it was like how many thousands of people went through the Dorchester hockey rink and how many people played for the NHL or went to the D1 level, but Jimmy Hayes was the only person to play for the Bruins out of the area. So like that just an awful story.
Yeah.
Hate to hear it. But
It's tough stuff.
Sorry to the Hayes family.
yeah.
Yes,
And also I
condolences.
just want to say also prayers and to the military boys and everything going on. Just keep everyone in your thoughts and prayers and a few up and coming weeks. Keep positive vibes. Stay strong for everyone. And
For sure. Some tough times right now, man. You just got to obviously fight through it. You got to do what you can.
As Johnny Damon said, I think he said something good. I can't remember.
It was good. I can't
Just
think
listen to the podcast that you already listened to.
Run it back! Run it right
You
back.
never know what's going to happen next month. It could be worse.
Yeah.
You already said
and to end on a good note, before Adam signs us off, this will be the last week in the Braintree headquarters. Well,
HQ1.
HQ1. We are officially moving to a new studio in Braintree Center. The new official headquarter. Hedgebettor.
Hedge quarter. I like that.
Headquarters. The headquarters.
I really feel like we should have done a little bit of housekeeping at the beginning of this
I feel
podcast.
a lot more lives are coming. You're gonna see a lot more streams, a lot more content coming out of there. So be excited for this year. It's a huge year for us.
It's like when you were younger playing with like a Pokemon card and it evolves. Like that's what's happening here.
We're literally fucking Charizard.
Holographic?
Let's go.
Fucking 1996
How much are we
shadowless
Buzzing.
$1 billion card.
Folks, I'll end it on there. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, as well as Caveman Johnny Damon for coming on the pod. Big A game guys now, and Hedgebettor for Justin, man, for making this all possible. We're really looking forward to getting HQ2, building on the success and keep it going. Big shout out to Slight Edge Fitness and Performance and Braintree and Granite Links Golf Club in Quincy for, making this happen as well. Don't forget, Saturday, August 28th, inaugural Steele Nazz softball tournament. I know the Rippers are going down. I know Team Nazz is going to take it.
Rippers.
Be there, be square. Let it rip.
That's all from Steele Nazz. Be safe out there, guys.
Peace.
Peace. Not even one love. Let's go, Sox.